It's funny because we found that like anytime I go to like some stupid store that has prints, I'll go and look for the superhero T-shirts and see if there's any good ones. Because I'm very particular about the superhero shirts I like.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, I don't like ones that just say like the fucking name across them. I like,
no.
I like
the logo
images
is nice.
and the logos, and I don't really like shirts with words on them anymore, at all.
Hey, I'm kind of getting away from that too. And you know, I used to have, like every shirt I had some clever little fucking thing, and now I'm sick of it.
Hey, do you know what time it is?
It's tool time. Adventure time.
Give me my pizza, I want it now.
Yeah.
Hanging in Giza with the giant cow.
What?
They call it a sphinx, but I really don't care.
Yeah.
Where's my pizza? Why isn't it here?
Adventure time.
The rest has come and gone. Why is this rap our intro song? Get off me, podcast get too long.
Yeah. Okay.
I think everything's good.
Okay. Do you want to start or throw that away or whatever you're doing? Doesn't matter to me.
It's whatever.
Here, I'll throw you a coaster.
That's nice.
What?
That's the first time you've used that? And you got it a year ago?
Yeah. I have, I don't know if we want to get into it before we start, but I have problems with people giving me stuff since the new Star Wars movies came out.
Everybody thinks you love Star Wars. You do like Star Wars.
It's not. I like Star Wars a lot, but I get, because that people know that I like Star Wars, I get everything I get. Like this year, I got like 10 Star Wars things.
I walked into your room and you had a suitcase full of stuff.
And most of it was Star Wars.
And I saw at least 5 Star Wars logos.
I got my R2-D2 cozy whatever thing for your cans. Mm-hmm. in the kitchen now, we have an R2-D2 set of measuring cups.
No way.
They form R2-D2.
Nice.
Okay, so that's in there. What else we got?
I'm using that.
I have an LED candle that's Star Wars. A calendar.
The problem with this koozie is that's not practical at all.
No, because it ruins the grip. His little arm leg things stick out from the sides.
It looks cool if you like sit it down on a table, but holding that's not. It doesn't look like that's.
I mean, maybe for the bottle, like if you put a bottle in it, then grabbing the bottle from the top is fine.
That defeats the purpose of the koozie.
Yeah, then
though.
You don't want to get your hands cold, or is it supposed to keep the thing cold? I don't know.
No, I'm pretty sure like you're only supposed to grab the koozie because otherwise your hand temperature affects the drink.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and I appreciate the Star Wars gifts, but like we have a Star Wars blanket in there from last year.
We do, yeah. That's a cool blanket too.
It's a cool blanket, but
I don't think I realized that was a Star Wars blanket till very recently.
It's just
I think like Lauren was like laying on the couch while I was playing a game, and I looked over and was like, "Is that Kylo Ren on there?"
Yeah, but it's like when Star Wars came out, it was like, okay, cool, Star Wars, whatever. I was a little kid when that was when the new series was coming out, because I didn't see the original. I saw the originals, and I was like, okay, yeah, Star Wars, cool, space battles or whatever. And then the other ones came out, and those came out, and I was a kid, so of course I was like, oh, fucking cool, more space battles.
Fuck yeah.
And then now I get in, and it'd been years since I'd seen them. I only rewatched them for real after going through like years and years of not seeing them. Like last year, I went and watched the old ones again. Like the originals, not any of that extra fucking CG shit added.
Yeah, honestly,
it's like they're good. They're good.
Yeah, that's the other thing. I've always known Star Wars my entire life, but I've never been like, I like it. I've never been a huge fan. Like, I don't own anything Star Wars related.
Yeah,
and like even since as long as I can remember, like as far back as I can remember, like once a year, my mom would go rent the original 3 movies. And we'd just sit down and like marathon them on the weekend. Like my mom would go rent them all. And we'd like sit there, and I'd just sit there and eat cereal and watch movies with my mom.
See, that would have been good, but I haven't seen them in forever.
But I can tell you right now, I've seen all 3 of the original movies more than 10 times at least. I can't really tell you the plot of any of them.
Oh, well.
Like I can tell you, I know it's weird. It's like, you see a ton of movies as a kid, and they
don't stick. Yeah,
I know all the characters from Star Wars. I don't know what they were all doing. Like I'm pretty much more familiar with like episode 1, 2, and 3 because I saw those when I was much older.
Yeah,
and
I don't remember those.
I've rewatched A New Hope like over and over again throughout my life because everybody wants to watch that one. But
it's a great one.
Jedi and what's the other one?
Shit. See, what kind of a Star Wars fan am I?
It's Return of the Jedi and
Return of the Jedi was that the last one? Because A New Hope was the first one, and then it was
I think Return of the Jedi is the second one.
Return of the Jedi, and then
Empire Strikes Back.
That was the second one.
Yeah, I think it's Empire Strikes Back and then Jedi. Yeah.
Yeah, New Hope Strikes
those
Back.
two,
Jedi.
I can picture all the scenes in those movies, and I know all the characters from them.
Yeah.
I can't remember what was going on. Like, why were they in that desert? I don't remember.
In the first one?
No, in the second one when they're like on the ship and like he like does that backflip off the diving board, and for some reason Han Solo was frozen.
Princess Leia.
That was in the second one, right? Or was that the third one? I don't even know. The second and third one are just pretty much one movie in my mind because I haven't watched them since I was a kid. Even though I watched them like every year, I don't really know what happened in those.
Yeah.
They're good movies. I enjoyed them.
Yeah.
I can appreciate their place in cinema history.
I just don't feel like I'm as much of a fan as I appear to be with all of the things that I have for it.
It sounds like your parents are bigger Star Wars fans than you are, and they're projecting it onto you.
It just becomes a like, well, this is easy. It's like, like if any other nerdy thing were out, if, I don't know, Battlestar Galactica suddenly became a movie series and that was out.
But you're the film guy in your family.
They'd be like, oh, you like Battlestar Galactica? You're like, well, yeah. And then all of a sudden I'd have 20 million Battlestar Galactica things. So it just doesn't matter. It's whatever is out. I mean, you see our apartment is decorated with all film things. Those are all gifts. I didn't buy any of those. They're gifts.
I think I started telling my mom at a probably before I was a teenager, I was like, Mom, please stop getting me all these little things. I was like,
well, see, I don't mind the little things. It's just right now, because they're doing a Star Wars movie every year, I've already seen ahead. I've already had 1 year where it was like, oh fuck, I got a lot of Star Wars stuff, and then this year it was like, oh fuck, I got a lot of Star Wars stuff, and now there's still 2 more movies are going to come out plus the in between.
Yeah.
So
no, there's more than that's coming. They're turning this into like
every year there's going to be a Star Wars for the next like 5 or 6 years.
They're turning this into a Marvel Universe type thing.
I can't do that. Everything will be Star Wars. I won't have anything that's not Star Wars.
Kingdom Hearts 3 is coming out.
Well, see, that doesn't matter.
That's going to have Star Wars in it.
They're not going to buy Kingdom Hearts 3 stuff for me, which I would actually appreciate.
There's going to be a bunch of Kingdom Hearts shit out, especially with Star Wars, like cross promotion.
Yeah, probably.
And your parents are going to see that and be like, Disney characters in Star Wars? Addison loves both of those things.
Yeah, well, maybe not Disney. They might disassociate Disney. It is a little bit younger.
Star Wars is Disney now.
I know, but they're Marvel, but I guess I haven't gotten a lot of Marvel stuff really. I guess I got the Thor poster.
A Mickey Vader shirt would be pretty sweet.
Mickey would never join the dark side.
That's what would make it such a great shirt. It's like,
yeah.
Woohoo!
Hi, you guys.
That was kind of a visual joke there.
Yeah.
And we are recording.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, do we want to get in games or?
How was your Christmas?
Christmas was all right. Like most Christmases, it was, or, anytime I go back home, it's a lot of running around doing stuff and about 1% of the time relaxing.
Now, you always tell me that you have almost no time to chill, whereas when I go home, that's pretty much all I do is chill.
Yeah. So I got home and it was pretty much all just running around getting gifts because my parents were like, oh, we haven't bought like hardly anything. It's like, okay, well, let's go wherever we need to go. And I was like, I hadn't gotten gifts for them either because I don't want to take them back.
Right. No, I'm not like anti-Christmas. I love Christmas. Mm-hmm. I started trying to shut down this whole present thing pretty early on. Because I was like, first of all, this like puts stress on my family members. Like, oh, what do I get Jake? I'm like, guys, don't get me anything. I don't want anything. I don't want it.
Yeah.
I don't want the stuff. I want to come hang out with you guys. I want to drink a beer. And I'm like, if you find something that like throughout your like year, if you see something on a store shelf,
nobody's
like,
thinking about that before.
No, but I'm just saying, like, this is how I buy gifts. If I buy you, like, I bought you a Christmas or birthday present.
Yeah.
Usually on your birthday, I just buy you a fucking game on Steam.
Yeah.
Because your birthday rolls around, I'm like, oh, it's Addison's birthday, I'm going to buy him something. I saw
Christmas was great for us this year because it was like, yeah, we all got Steam games. Yeah. It's like we have a wish list, exactly what you want. Just pick something off of it.
But I saw that Robo Origami thing.
Yeah.
And like, I wasn't looking for a gift for you. I was just at this shop and saw it. I was like, Addison would probably like that.
Yeah.
I was like, that'd be a cool thing to get.
Yeah.
And I got it.
It's cool.
That's how I do gifts. If I buy you a gift, I wasn't out shopping for a gift for you.
Yeah.
Because I don't want people doing that for me. Like, if you see something cool that you're like, oh, Coop would love that. I'm I'm like, go for it, but do not go out shopping for me. Like,
I don't know.
share a 6-pack with me. I don't want that.
I don't mind the going out and shopping and finding stuff for people.
I don't like doing it, and I don't want people doing it for me.
But I do want to know what people actually want and find useful. Mm-hmm. So like Steam is great because it's like these are all things that you have specifically said you want.
For sure. That's why
And that's what I told like my parents. I was like, get me. They're like, what do you want for Christmas here? I was just like, I want stuff that is like productive. Just get me anything that's like useful. And that tell everybody else. So I got a bunch of gift cards, and then I got like some workout clothes and stuff, and it's like it's pretty good.
Yeah.
But then I also got a bunch of Star Wars stuff from people who didn't get the message, I guess. That was like, well, I mean, I guess I can like fly this little star thing around on the ceiling, and that is cool, but like it's not terribly useful.
Yeah. That was the main thing. Like when I was a kid, I'd be like, okay, I want like something big, like I want an Xbox or something for Christmas. I was like, Mom, don't get me all those little things, like all those like little stocking stuffers. Because like my mom every year,
I kind of like the stocking stuffers. Yeah, get that out of your throat. As you were saying,
we're gonna begin with a breathing ritual on this program today, people.
So your mom gets you stocking stuffers.
Now,
Oh no! Come on.
yeah, she would. My mom goes crazy with the stocking stuffers and like candy.
Yeah.
And I have a major sweet tooth now.
Oh, do you?
I blame this on my mom buying all sorts of candy at every holiday.
Well, that's what you do.
But it's like my mom didn't really ever keep candy and sweets around the house.
Neither do my parents. And on holidays, it's like a fucking bake-off. It's like there's pie everywhere. Why? I don't need that.
It's just like my mom would just like stuff my stocking full of candy, and I'd just be like, fuck yeah, candy, yes.
And then you just
eat
binged.
all until I got sick. And now like I have no resistance to candy. It's my weakness.
Well, I think it's just candy is everybody's weakness.
I don't buy it.
Yeah.
But when somebody gives it to me, I eat it all like in a day.
I know. But that's everybody.
No,
I do the
that's
same
not
thing.
everybody. Lauren, my girlfriend, Lauren, she bought a chocolate bar on a trip. She bought 2 chocolate bars on a trip. She went to Boston recently. Well, no, not recently. That's the whole point of the story. It was almost 6 months ago. She went to Boston to visit her brother. She bought 2 candy bars and got back. She gave me one, and I ate it right then and there.
Yeah, because it's a fucking candy bar.
And she's like, we split it a little bit.
Yeah.
She had a few bites, but I ate most of it. And then she had the other one, and I was like, oh, can we try that one now? Is it a different flavor? She's like, no, we'll do it later. 6 months have gone by. It's still sitting on her desk. And I keep being like, can we try it? She's like, no, I'm not really in the mood right now. She just can have a fucking... If a candy bar is sitting in my room...
It's gone.
It's gone.
It doesn't last.
She's just... Every day, she's like, nah. Doesn't even think about it.
Maybe that is the thing. Maybe what you have to do is buy a candy bar and every day not eat it.
That's easy. I just buy a shitty candy bar.
No. You buy the good shit.
I
You
don't
buy
like
a Hershey.
Snickers,
You buy
so
a big Hershey bar with the pieces that you can individually break off.
Oh, those are...
I know, right? But then you
I
put
like the cookies and cream one, too.
You get that one. That's the one you get. And then you put it on your desk, right?
It's not going... It's going in my mouth.
No. And that's how you build your willpower. And you go, okay, how long can I go? How long can I go? If it's 5 minutes, it's 5 minutes. But then, you go get another one later, and you put it on your desk, and you go, okay, I have to do more than 5 minutes
That's
this
not
next time.
productive, though, because that's the reason I don't keep snacks around the house. Is because the moment if I'm trying to be productive, the moment I get bored, I'll be like, oh, I could just grab a snack real quick.
Yeah.
If I have snacks, I'm going to get up and go eat snacks. I don't put them in the house. That way I don't have that constant nagging, the constant nagging at me like, hey, there's snacks, man. Hey, do you know there's snacks? Remember those snacks you bought? There's snacks, bro. Go eat some
as humans,
snacks.
we're supposed to kind of like graze a little bit. You're supposed to eat berries and like nuts and things throughout the day. It keeps your metabolism going. If you're eating like a little bit consistently throughout the day, you're supposed to have little snacks so that your metabolism is constantly going. If you do what I do, where you just eat 3 big meals or 2 big meals a day, that's when your metabolism starts to slow down because it hits that and it's got to chug through that one meal instead of having a bunch of smaller things that are easier to digest.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's natural. I don't do it, but I also I eat probably really terribly during those 2 meals that I eat it per day.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So yeah, Bah humbug.
Star Wars and families. Yeah. Not good.
Yeah, I just stayed in LA for Christmas.
Yeah. I'm back to Texas.
Hung out with some friends, some family.
I had no time to even try to see Taylor. I didn't even bother because I knew that like I wouldn't be able to
well,
go see him.
He was probably pretty busy too.
And I'm sure he was busy, but it was like, okay, I'm probably only have like one day where I could actually maybe go do something. And you know what? I didn't even have the day. I had like an afternoon where I got to sit on the couch and watch a movie.
Really?
Yeah. And then other than that, it was just like run.
That's the worst part. I don't know why. I'm getting really bad about watching movies.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
Yeah. I feel like there aren't a lot of good movies anymore, really. You need to go see. You do need to go see Rogue One. Talking about Star Wars.
I've got a huge list of movies I need to go see that I want to. I want to see Rogue One.
Yeah.
I want to see Fantastic Beasts.
Oh, you haven't? Oh,
no,
man.
I haven't yet. But it's about to pop up in like this like cheap theater over in Pasadena, where it's like $10 for 2 tickets.
That's great.
Drinks, popcorn, $10. All of that.
No! You know what? When we saw Rogue One, it was $21 for 4 fucking people.
Jesus.
I know. I was like, $21? I spend more than that on my ticket when it's like a fucking 3D movie.
I feel like that's even a good deal in Texas, I feel like.
Yeah. I don't know if that was like...
The tickets in Texas are usually around $8 a piece. Out here, they're like
4
12
people?
to
Maybe
15.
it was 24.
Yeah, I mean, that's not bad.
Yeah, still.
So I hate going to movies out here in particular because like the cost of going to a movie is almost the cost of buying the movie out here.
Yeah,
So
it really is. Yeah.
But I'm talking about just like sitting down and watching movies. I have such a problem doing it now. When I'm like, I could be playing a game right now.
Oh.
Like I could be doing something productive. I'm like, unless I'm like super hyped for, like I am hyped to like go see Rogue One. I'd have no problem sitting down watching Rogue One or something. But like my family, when I went and hung out with some like my uncle and my cousin Christmas morning.
Yeah.
Before I went over to Lauren's family's place, and we had breakfast and we watched A Christmas Story. Great movie.
Yeah,
I like the movie.
Yeah.
I did not want to be sitting there watching that movie. I wanted to like visit, like maybe play a board game or something. I wanted to like engage.
Be active.
I don't know.
I don't mind sitting down and watching a movie every now and then. But I feel like movies now have gotten worse, and there are fewer movies that I actually want to engage with. There are a lot of movies that I'm fine with just putting on, and while I'm like cleaning or doing something else.
I just bought all 8 Harry Potter movies on Google Play.
Shit.
So
Were they on sale?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Well, no.
Oh.
Yes, they were on sale,
Okay.
but I also had a 50% off coupon, so I got 50% off all 8.
That's really good.
So I got all of them in HD for $40.
I almost did that when they were on sale before.
I think they were 60 before that.
Yeah, but I was like, that's a little much for Harry Potter. I mean, I've seen them all, so
Yeah. So it breaks down to about $5 per movie.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was between that or all 6 Star Wars films, actually.
Oh, I have all those in there, so we're covered.
On DVD.
Actually, I don't know if I have 1, 2, and 3.
No, that's the problem.
No, they're on Blu-ray. They're Blu-ray.
That's still a DVD to me. It doesn't matter. I'm not watching it.
Oh, okay. Well,
It's like you've got Guardians of the Galaxy in there.
Yeah.
I almost bought Guardians of the Galaxy today because I'm not putting a DVD in. It's not happening.
well, now you're like, that's not what I'm trying to get with like all our lights in here. I'm starting to get where I want to automate everything.
I mean, I'm not against it.
And it's like because it's the same thing. I sit down on the couch and I go, oh fuck, I didn't turn on. I turned on the one light that I turn on when I come in the house, but I need to turn on all the other lights too now because it's too fucking dark.
The only light that I turn on is your light that you have next to my desk.
Yeah, and I'm not going to put a plug on that one, an automatic plug, because I figure if you're at the desk, you'll turn it on,
Yeah.
and that'll be because otherwise you have to go into your fucking app and turn it on or yell
I have
at the
no problem
program.
getting up to turn on lights and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
But if you can just when you're walking in, I was trying to think of a way. There are things you can do to get it to where when you walk in, it just turns it on.
Yeah.
Like there are motion sensors, and there's some app like if then do this or something like that. You get those things set up so when it's like if you connect to Wi-Fi, tell all these sensors to turn on, so it just turns the living room on. And then when you leave, it does the same thing. It's like if your
sure
phone's not
everything's
connected
off.
and mine's not connected, then it turns off everything.
That's pretty cool. But my problem with like DVDs and Blu-rays, which are the same fucking thing, they're both worthless to me now.
Is you can't take them with you.
Actually, I never invested in Blu-ray.
Yeah.
Because I was buying DVDs in like high school and college, like not a bunch, but I was buying them. Then they came out with Blu-ray, and almost immediately they were putting them on like those SD cards at the same time.
Yeah.
To where you could just download them to your computer. And I immediately was like, nope, I'm skipping this.
Yeah.
Like, we're going digital, fuck Blu-ray. And I stuck with it and never bought a Blu-ray. I've never owned a Blu-ray player.
Oh,
Never.
wow.
I've never owned any device that could play Blu-rays.
See, I got the Xbox One
Yeah.
to get a Blu-ray player.
Yeah, but I was like, nope, I'm not doing it because I already hate that I buy a fucking DVD and it fucking advertises to me.
Oh, like
And it's like 10-year-old advertisements half the time.
no. Well, actually, if you're a Blu-ray player,
No, that's worse to me.
I know. Yeah.
The fact that your fucking Blu-ray player is
Will
downloading
download, yeah.
new advertisements,
Not cool.
that pisses me off more. Mm-hmm. That's why I was like, I'm not doing this shit. I'm going to buy these movies digitally. They're cheaper. I can watch them wherever the fuck I want.
Yeah.
And it literally, when I hit play, it's fucking playing the movie.
You don't always get the extras though.
I don't give a shit.
See, I do like the extras.
Like, okay, I get that for like...
I like director's commentary. I really like director's comment and like cast commentaries.
I've never sat through any of
And
those
some
before.
of those, oh man, if there's one that might get you hooked, do Talladega Nights. That one, the directors of that are as funny as the movie itself.
Yeah.
They're just bullshitting the entire time. It's great. I've watched Talladega Nights. I do normally double feature it. I watch it regular and then I watch it with the director commentary.
That sounds pretty good. I've watched Talladega Nights probably 100 times.
I know. That's why I had two. I'd watched it like, I don't know how many times. And I was like, let's see what the commentary about. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh, this commentary is good. Why didn't anyone tell me this commentary is so good? This commentary is almost better than the movie.
Who's the director of that movie?
I have no idea.
Was it the director?
I thought it was the director.
Because a lot of times
it was
the
like,
commentary...
It was two people.
The commentary isn't always the director. 'Cause
No.
I have sat through like... what did I can't remember which one I did. I've actually gone
Yeah.
through like video game commentaries more than I've done movie commentaries before.
Yeah, Portals wasn't bad.
Yeah, that's actually one of the ones I was
But
thinking
there aren't
of.
a lot of video game commentaries.
I think it's only Valve games actually that I'm thinking of that I
Oh,
did.
really? They do that on other
all
games?
the Half-Life games.
That's interesting.
Maybe not Half-Life. Half-Life 1 definitely didn't. But
See-
I think all of them after that did.
You'd probably get me to replay more games if they did that. And it's not hard to do because you just throw a bubble up there that when you pass through it, it starts talking.
Yeah.
You add your commentary over it.
Portals was super interesting because they actually explained the level design. They'd be like, yeah, this thing here used to be up there in a different color, but after enough game testers came in here and they just would not look at it. We had to move it and make the color this color to actually get people to realize that they could use this thing. And
Yeah.
it was actually really interesting.
Oh, yeah. Their commentary was really, really good.
And how they originally they didn't have like the white blocks be the things you could shoot at,
Oh, yeah.
but people couldn't figure out from the surface texture.
Oh, I see.
They were like, yeah, there's only one surface texture that you could really shoot at, and it could be any color. Then we quickly realized that people didn't get it.
Yeah.
It had to be, we needed to make it all
needs to
one
be
color.
black and
It was
white.
like, and they were like, yeah, it actually helped that we could use any texture as long as it was white. They knew they could shoot at it.
Yeah, makes
So,
sense. Moon rocks.
Yeah, Moon rocks.
Yeah, that game is great. And they did kind of experiment with it more in Portal 2. That like the colors kind of varied a little bit,
Yeah.
sort of. And you knew what you could and couldn't shoot.
Is there's not a Portal 3 in the works, is there?
Actually, was there a commentary on Portal 2? I don't remember there.
Yeah, there was.
Oh, I didn't go through it. I need to do that.
I don't think I went through all of it, but I did start to.
Yeah. Well, I didn't play a lot of games over break.
You never do.
Well, like I said, no time. On the way back, I had my tablet with me, my Shield tablet, and I just played Pokemon Fire Red the entire time
On your tablet?
on my tablet. It was great.
That sounds illegal to me. How'd you do that?
I own Fire Red,
I know.
so it's not illegal.
I know.
Actually, I don't own it. Taylor gave it to me.
Oh.
So I guess that's good enough. I can't provide the receipt, but I've got the thing. I don't know where we're in the middle of
It's a very weird gray area.
Gray area, yeah.
Nothing's going to come of it.
Yeah, controller on the plane, listening to podcasts, playing that.
I was
Great.
playing Binding of Isaac on my last flight.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
I did that on my PSP a little bit at home. Got a couple runs in. It was like, man, I really like Binding of Isaac.
Is Rebirth on the PSP? Or was it the original?
It's not. Yeah, because Afterbirth is the DLC, right?
Or yeah,
Yeah.
I meant is a...
Rebirth is. I don't think Afterbirth is.
Oh, okay.
At least it seemed to me like I was playing an older version because there
Right.
wasn't.
There was no greed mode.
There was no greed mode.
Yeah, because you don't unlock greed mode. I think you just have it.
Yeah, yeah. So unless that's DLC that I just haven't seen yet, but
You had today off.
yeah, I had today off, so I managed to play a little bit. I was on call,
Yeah.
so I managed to play Owlboy, which
Yeah.
you recommended, and I'd heard people say was good.
I don't watch many YouTube videos anymore
Mm-hmm.
from gamers. I just kind of stopped. but I watched one video from Video Game Donkey a while back where he was talking about PAX.
Yeah.
And I think he was like going through all these, he's like, this game sucks. And he's like, but I played this game called Owlboy at PAX. And he's like, this game looks amazing.
It was so well polished, like all the way around.
It came out like a month or two ago.
Mm-hmm. It's not that old.
And I immediately put it on my wish list. And then Thad bought it for me for Christmas. And that was like the first game I jumped into when I got home. And I put 2 hours into it, and I think we were like at the exact same part.
Yeah, the big bad guy has 2 relics right now.
2 relics, big spoiler alert.
Big spoiler. He's probably going to get the 3rd one. I don't know. We'll see.
The pacing of it is a little weird, but it's a fun game.
It definitely, you can tell it's an indie game, and there are things that like, I guess the pacing kind of weird. But I like that it had like action scenes and it was like stealth, and it's a little bit of a puzzle because you're having to like figure out if you need to drop people at certain places,
right? And
then like teleport them back to you. So I don't know. I'm excited to see what they do in the last act. I feel like they're going to kind of bring it all together.
I'm waiting for we're going to unlock at least one more person to carry.
I think there was a slot for one more person.
Is there only one more? I thought there was 2.
On the cover, it shows you with just 2 people hanging on to you. So
oh really?
I don't know.
Just Getty and
yeah, but then at like
what's the pirate's name? I can't remember.
I don't remember either. He said it, but it was like a long name, so I forgot it immediately.
It's some like really
Allah something or something. Anyway, but the pirate dude.
Yeah.
But it's cool. It's a little bit puzzle, a little bit action, a little bit. The bosses aren't. None of it's been too hard either.
No, it was pretty hard for me at first. I didn't realize that I could just like spin. I thought
Neither did I.
I thought I had to drop him to do all that stuff and then pick him back up.
Oh.
Or no, I didn't think I had to go pick him back up, but I thought I had to like hit the left trigger to drop him before I could do anything else. And then one time I did it by accident. I was like, oh, fuck, I can just spin.
It does kind of throw him around, but he's fine.
No,
he's not a health bar.
He just disappears if you spin.
Oh, really? If there's a ground beneath him, in the original levels, the first couple levels, when you spun while you were holding him, it threw him. It would like kind of throw him a little bit against the wall. He'd get hit by it. And then I guess it was after you got the teleport.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so that makes sense.
That's probably why I thought I had to do it, because you did have to do it at first.
Yeah, it looked like it hurt him, but then it's like he has unlimited health.
And it's an interesting game if you're into those, would that be 16-bit style art?
Yeah.
It's a 2D side scroller.
Maybe higher than that. There's quite a bit of it.
It's a side scroller. It's not a platformer because you can fly.
Yeah, you can fly. Yeah, I thought you weren't going to be able to because in the beginning he fails at flying. Did that happen for you?
Well, yeah, I failed, but I knew you could fly because I had seen Donkey's video.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know you could fly, so I was like, oh, this will be cool.
That beginning of the game did a really good job of making me feel bad.
Yeah.
I thought maybe I was messing stuff up.
Feel bad throughout the entire. Yeah, I was like,
now at this point, I'm just angry at everybody who's like, I'm like, no, fucking Otis is amazing. Yeah. Fuck you guys.
I'm doing good. I'm carrying people around.
I'm like his leader or whatever, his mentor. Yeah. I'm like, man, this guy's a piece of shit. Fuck this guy.
I mean, he's kind of in a bad situation because the game starts out and you're like, even though it's like all the virtues of an owl, and then he's like, well, you're also a mute. You're a mute owl, and now you got to do all this stuff. And he's just bad at everything he does. Apparently, when he was growing up, and
but at this point, I don't think he was bad. I think he just had a shitty mentor.
No,
I think that guy's just an awful mentor.
He tried to fly and he couldn't do it, and then like dropping the water.
Yeah, he tried to fly, he didn't do it. Who was his mentor?
No,
I'm saying that was that guy's fault. I think that was all his fault. I think he didn't teach him to fly.
You know, he said most owls just put on the cloak and go.
No, he said most owls can fly by this point.
Yeah. I think you're
But he's got to. Somebody had to teach him.
You're a slow learner, but you're brave because you keep doing this stuff. You still stick with it.
That guy has been wrong about everything about Otis.
Oh, has he?
At every point. And he's never been right about it.
Well, I mean, Otis is a unique owl, I'm sure.
Like the moment like you like get past all that beginning shit and you start doing cool things, the guy's just like, because Otis can never explain himself, he just assumes the worst about him.
That's true, yeah. Well, yeah, because he's like, you weren't at your post or whatever. And it's like, well, we were chasing like a bad guy, but he can't say anything about it because he's a mute.
That's why I was like, oh, Otis didn't suck as a kid. This guy just didn't know how to deal with a mute.
And he just couldn't he couldn't explain. It's like, what were you why were you over here? And it's like, well, I can't tell you. And so he's just like, well, you're a fucking retard.
Yeah, I think it was just that Otis is bad at communicating because he's a mute.
Yeah.
And his mentor didn't know how to deal with it. He was just a shitty mentor to a mute.
Yeah, and so now Otis has like confidence problems.
I guess.
Because every time you see him when anybody's talking to him,
he does. His eyes kind of widen.
His eyes widen, or he puts his hands together and he kind of taps them and he like looks sort of away.
Yeah.
The pixel art's really good.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Did you get into the sauna?
No, I didn't.
Oh, if you drop into the sauna that first day, I don't know if it happens later, you'll start to turn red.
Oh, that's really cool.
And then the guy in there will be like, "Hey there, little Al. You look like you're heating up. Let me teach you a little secret." He's like, "You just got to relax." And he'll just keep talking and talking. You just have to walk away.
That's pretty good.
He's the only character that you can walk away from while he's talking that I've experienced so far.
Most people don't. Yeah, I thought it was really good. I really like games with good pixel art. Mm-hmm. I mean, we're kind of getting more of them now because there's been a resurgence of pixel art, but
You haven't played Shovel Knight yet.
I have. It's not a lot.
That's a really good one.
Yeah, and I like that stuff. And yeah, I don't know why I haven't played it. I picked it up on PC, but then when I'm on PC, it's like, well, why would I play? Shovel Knight seems like a handheld game, and I haven't picked it up on a handheld because I own it on PC. It's a weird conundrum.
I play everything on my PC, so it doesn't bother me.
Yeah, it's just when I'm on PC, it's like, why would I play Shovel Knight, which seems like a game I'd play on the go, when I could play, anything else that's like a bigger sort of open, play Skyrim. Skyrim's way more open-ended than everything.
Skyrim
Platformers
sucks.
just seem to me to work better on mobile. And not necessarily like phone mobile, but like...
I'm not going to limit what I can play just because what I'm playing on can play something that's more graphic intensive. I honestly could pick tons of 2D games that I think are better than Skyrim.
I think it's just a holdover from...
Just because Skyrim's more open-ended, I don't think makes it a better game.
But being a kid, I played a ton of side-scrollers. They were all on like mobile platforms.
Yeah. And Mega Man X and Mega Man X2 are two of my favorite games.
I played most of the Mega Man Zero series. I played like every fucking Mega Man game that came out. And I just they were all on handheld. Even when I got them on console, because I had a few that were on console, it never really felt right. I always went back to the handhelds. I don't know what it is about handhelds and side-scrollers.
You just got some weird mental issues.
Yeah,
there.
I think I'm a little fucked up in my platforming.
Yeah.
I can only platform if I'm walking around through like a grocery store or something.
So that's the only thing new you've played?
Yeah. I play a little bit of Portal on my Shield. I think it's got Portal, but
Portal 1,
but
speed running it.
It's Portal. It's just fun to go
doing
through
the challenges.
No, because I have to beat it first to unlock.
Right.
Yeah. So.
I remember at one point I had almost done all of those challenges.
Yeah. I think I did. I think I 100%ed
You did not.
No, the one on Xbox. I'm pretty sure I 100%ed that game.
I doubt it.
We can look at it.
We can, because there's a couple of those, like the speed runs.
Yeah.
Where you literally have to spin in a circle, firing your portal gun and walking forward, and you have to hit like these things perfectly.
Yeah.
And I remember getting to that one and be like, I'm not doing better than silver on this one. I'm never getting gold.
I'm almost positive I got all the achievements for that game.
I don't believe you.
I think Portal's one of the few games that I did. Oh, but we can pull it up later.
If it had the same achievements on Xbox that it had on Steam, I don't believe it.
It may not have. It may not have, because it was the downloadable version of it.
Mine was also broken, because there were some achievements that I got that never updated. Because I could go and look at my scores and be like, I've got a gold on this. Why is this not giving me the achievement? And
yeah, that was back in the heyday when achievements weren't necessarily up to snuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Portal, Arkham Asylum, Cloning Clyde, those were three of the games I remember getting 100%. I think there was one or two more, but I've got very few 100% games. I'm almost positive Portal's on that list.
Did you 100% prototype?
No, I'm two fucking things away from that.
I think we've talked about this before. I think that would be the only game I've 100%.
That game frustrated me to no end.
And the only achievement I needed, one achievement left, just beat it on hard mode, or the hardest difficulty, whatever that was.
Yeah.
And I was borrowing it from you. I never owned that game. And I think I just gave it back to you before I finished it. I was halfway through hard mode.
It just, all those collectibles.
I did all those.
I know. I found a map and I went around and got them all. And then all the challenges, it's I went around, I did all but two of them. And after thinking about that for a while afterwards, it's I did all that. I didn't have fun doing any of that. I hate running around doing collectibles.
Yeah, I hated the collectibles.
Like the missions, some of them were fun. Most of them were not.
I enjoyed all the challenges for the most part.
See, I didn't like the challenges. It's like, I don't want to do, I just want to like have fun and kill shit. If the challenge was like, just kill 15 people or whatever, like kill so many people, that was fun because it was like figuring out how to get around and kill all these people. The ones where it was like, I don't know, landing on a specific point, like gliding.
Those were the ones I
something.
liked the most.
See, I didn't
the
like
killing
those at
ones
all.
were the boring ones for me.
Yeah. Or like ones where they, like, it's like, hey, here's a rocket launcher. You can only kill with this rocket launcher. It's like, well, this is fucking boring now too. It's like, I don't know. I don't like when they just give me a laundry list of things to do. It doesn't seem fun. It's like, I want it to be natural. And especially for the achievement, it's like, well, I understand the achievements need to be a sort of completionist thing.
Yeah,
but
I feel like we've talked about this before, though, and you've said that achievements do make you want to do things more.
Well, I almost did them all, but then I get to the end and it was like, I realize I want to do them to check that off. I'm not having fun doing any of them.
Right.
And at the end, like the Portal one, it's like, oh yeah, here's my, or like Arkham. Well, I actually had fun doing Portal and Arkham, but it's like, here's my fucking accomplishment, and that's worth something to me to be like, I 100% of this game. But the process of doing it, if it's not fun, why am I doing it?
No.
Just to check off a little box, to have a little emblem on my thing? I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. Because I do want to do that. I've got like, there's something in my head that's telling me, yeah, check these boxes off. But then it's not actually fun. It's just a completionist thing.
Yeah, it's that same thing that like they're just using to get people to play games more, whether it's mobile games, whatever, just like ticks off that box that like releases endorphins, like, fuck yeah, I did this thing.
And the
Now I gotta
harder it
do
is,
more.
the more it's going to like finally ping once it hits.
Well, that's the thing, is a ton of them aren't even hard.
No.
Like there was that one in Dead Rising where it was like, just stay inside for 24 hours.
You just didn't do anything.
It was like you just
leave
went
it
and
on,
found
yeah.
a hiding spot and you just had to leave your Xbox
Yeah.
on.
Yep.
It was like, or you could run around for 24 hours, but it was like, fuck that. No, I never got that achievement. I was like, that was like, achievements came out on the 360. And I very quickly realized I was excited for achievements. I was like, oh yeah, this is going to be a thing that like adds a challenge to the game. Like I can go through, beat a game, and then go back and try and get these extra challenge achievements.
Yeah, yeah.
And then a ton of them were like, wait, this isn't challenging. These are just a time suck.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's what's, especially early achievements were really, really bad.
They haven't changed.
They have a.
Some games do them right, but they haven't changed. If you look at the same companies, like if you look at Dead Rising, every Dead Rising game has had kill this number of zombies.
Well, no, a lot of
and
the.
then they go up.
My problem was like a lot of the sports games where it was like, be number one on the leaderboard. It's like, well,
oh yeah,
that's fucking impossible. You just can't do that. You can't do that.
But that one's messed up for a different reason.
Yeah.
Because that one's too hard.
Yeah, yeah.
That one is absolutely based on skill, but it's like nobody's going to get that.
It's like, yeah, there's only going to be like and you have the completionists who are just like screaming because it's like, I can never get through this.
Like, there's those people playing Quake 4 still. Is it Quake 4?
No,
one where
it was,
or was it 5?
no, it wasn't Quake. It was Perfect Dark Zero.
No, I'm thinking of Quake.
Oh, Quake.
There was a Quake game
I don't remember
where
that.
you had to play like 50,000 games.
I don't know. I think Gears of War had some stuff like that where it's kill like an unreasonable amount of enemies.
It might, but this one was play that number of games.
Yeah,
And
stupid.
this Quake game was not a popular game.
Yeah.
Like by the end of the year that it came out, it was hard to get into a game.
Yeah, I got a game. I can't remember what it was called. It was like Dark Sector or something. It's like you had a glaive that you were throwing at people. That was like the main thing of the game.
Dark Sector?
I can't remember what it was called. Your arm like mutated into this like metal piece, and then like you grew like a glaive out of your hand, and you could throw it at people.
Prototype.
It was kind of like that, yeah, right. But the same thing. Half the achievements were story, and I got the game because it was on sale, and then I was like, oh, well, I'll do all the achievements too because it's like this game's not that hard. The achievements weren't that hard, but then there was nobody online for it, and half the achievements were online achievements. It's like I can't even play 5 games to get this one fucking achievement because it's like there's nobody online anymore. And I think that's balanced out a little bit more. I think most games are staying away from achievements that aren't like super easy in multiplayer. Because like Halo, I almost 100%ed Halo 3. I have like 2 achievements. They're
I
both
did one. I 100%ed Halo 3. I think I like all.
Didn't we
all
do
the Halo
ODST
games.
or something?
No, we did ODST and Halo 3 together.
I'm still missing on Halo 3 like 2 fucking achievements.
I
And now
remember-
the servers are shut down. It's impossible.
That was fucking awesome. That night, me, you, and Taylor and a couple other friends were playing ODST trying to get that final achievement.
Oh man, those were great. But see, that's an example of an achievement that like made you play the game in a different way or like pushed you to a certain thing, and that was great. That was good.
And then we went and we did the final level with the ghosts. Those were fun achievements. They were like obscure shit.
All their achievements were fun, but like then there were multiplayer achievements that was like
they weren't all fun.
Well, okay, but it was still like fun for the 4 of us to try to get them all at the same time. But then there were the achievements that were like kill 4 enemies at the same time with like the laser weapon or whatever.
That was
and it was
silly.
like, this is never going to actually happen in multiplayer. I happened to get it.
Or one was
time,
like
but
get a quad kill with a sword.
oh yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I farmed a lot of those achievements. Like
I did
when
a
I was
couple, too.
online and people were like, "Hey, don't kill. We're farming achievements. Do you need achievements? Yes, I need achievements. Which ones do you need? Hammer kills and double kill with the laser." It's like, okay, here we go. Let's go.
I've been in this situation before. Where like it never occurred to me until somebody did the same thing. They're like, wait, guys, let's get achievements. And I was like, oh, you can do that?
Yeah. So I think I have like, there's an achievement for getting like 24 kills and no deaths or something.
Yeah.
And I don't have that. And then there's a really easy one that's like kill a vehicle with equipment. And I don't have that. I never in my entire Halo career put down one of those mines and blew up a warthog.
Or we can go fire up Halo 3 and do it on land.
I don't know if the servers are even running or if that counts on LAN.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, but like
That's a bummer.
I know, right? I'm like 2 achievements away from perfecting
I think I 100% at Halo 3. No, wait. I 100% at Halo 3 before DLC came out.
Oh, see, the DLC. I've got all the DLC too. I did that.
DLC came out, and I think that ruined it to where I didn't have it anymore.
Yeah, which is another stupid thing. Like if you don't, and I think they fix that on a lot of games now. And I think if the DLC comes out, maybe you don't get it, it doesn't count against you.
Yeah, I think I've got a couple games that I 100%ed that then had. Modern Warfare 2 was the main one because that was one of my first. That's like the first game I ever bought the day it came out.
It's a great game.
Modern Warfare 2 was a great game. And me and one of my friends in college did all of like the Spec Ops stuff together. Mm-hmm. And that was really fun.
Oh yeah, I remember doing some of those Spec Ops.
They were hard.
Yeah.
But we got 100%. And I was like, fuck yeah, that's awesome. And then DLC came out and it was like, nope, you got 70%. I was like,
it's like, but
son of a bitch.
Yeah, but I don't want to buy this. Yeah.
Yeah. So achievements were not implemented correctly for my tastes.
No. I really, what I want achievements to do is I want to go through the game and then I want to go back and look at the achievement list. I don't want any of the achievements to, like maybe a couple just here and there, like, hey, you beat the game. Sure, that's fine.
It's fine to have one for beating the game on normal and one for like normal and higher difficulty, sure.
Yeah.
If there's a fucking achievement for easy or lower than that, it's not an achievement.
No.
Fuck you. If I have to play through the game a separate time to get that achievement,
also.
Fuck you.
Yeah. I just want my next playthrough to be like different. Like I want the achievements to be like on the first level, it's like, hey, on the first level, take no damage. And it's like, what's the first level? That's not hard. I could do that. And then on the second level, it's like, don't jump. It's like, okay, that does challenge you in different ways.
Yeah.
I want to play the game a different way with achievements. And most games don't do that. Some of them do, but most of them don't.
I'll tell you a game that I'm not mad about this because I still want to do it someday, but a game that took the achievements too far, actually kind of in the direction that I wanted, was Half-Life 2 Episode 2.
Uh-oh.
It had it had some that I've never got this one. I keep fucking missing one. Where there's this cave you go through at one point in the game, and it's like kill every single one of these slugs in the game in that cave.
Uh-oh.
These slugs don't hurt you. And like they're kind of difficult to go out of your way to kill them because you don't want to use ammo on them because there's hundreds of them.
Yeah.
So you want to like use your crowbar, but then there's some on the ceiling, so you got
to shoot those.
You can use your gravity gun to throw stuff at them, or you can waste ammo. So that one is actually kind of cool, but I don't think I ever got it. I think I always missed like one or two.
Yeah.
The other one in that game is there's a gnome
Uh-oh.
And you know the gravity gun in this game, where you can carry anything. There's a gnome very early on in the game, like in the first section of the game.
Carry it the whole way.
You have to put it on a spaceship at the end of the game.
So that's where they got the Left 4 Dead thing then. Where you
What's the Left 4 Dead
There's
thing?
a Left 4 Dead mode where you have to carry the gnome with
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
That's absolutely
probably
where
where
they
it
got
came
that
from. Yeah.
Because, you would have to carry. Oh my god, I've never even attempted that one. I want to.
Yeah.
'Cause that sounds really.
It's another
interesting.
way to play the game. Yeah.
Because you would have to use that gnome as a weapon a lot, and then if like you accidentally fired it off into space somewhere,
Yeah.
you got to reload your save.
Yeah.
To the last time you had it.
Yeah, I like that. I like stuff like that, and I like games that also track the achievements, to where it's like if there's a progression, you know how close you are.
Fuck off, Alexa.
Alexa, mute. I told you to fucking mute before we started, and what does she do? She starts talking.
We're gonna have to get a Google in here soon, aren't we, Alexa?
Well, don't say her name. She'll start listening again. I like games where you that kind of tracks your progression. Like Gears of War did it with a lot of their achievements.
Yeah.
But like if you were doing the gnome thing, I would like there to be a little bar, at least in game, to know like, hey, you took the gnome through like 5 levels. It's like, okay, that's cool. Oh, actually, you know what game I'm on the last fucking level on? I'm about
Beautiful
to get.
Joe.
Well, no, I'm about to get a ton of because they didn't even have achievements. That was PS2.
How long
Is
have you been on the last level?
Dishonored 1.
Oh, right. You've told me about
I'm
this.
on the last level. I'm about to get the achievement for never being seen. I did every fucking mission without ever alerting a guard, without ever killing a guard. I stole all the shit that you need to steal. Like, it's a perfect one run, 100%.
Right.
And the attacking things, like all the achievements for like killing people, I did that during those missions and then just reloaded so that it wasn't in there.
Right.
So I have everything. I just need to beat the last level, and I can't fucking do it. And now Dishonored 2 is out, and I'm looking at that game going like, I really want to play Dishonored 2.
I really want to replay Dishonored 1. That was a great game.
But Dishonored, yeah. I was like, but I gotta beat Dishonored 1, and I'm on like the hardest difficulty, and I'm about to get everything, but I can't. I just can't. It's so hard, that last level, to not like kill anybody, only knock them out, not be seen. There's so many things that can go wrong, and do the optional like harder kill because where you don't actually kill the person, you like humiliate them in some way. It's so fucking hard, that last level. And maybe it's not even the last level.
Have you ever watched the people doing speed runs of that game?
No, I haven't.
It's so crazy. Like they're perfectly teleporting.
Is it just time and teleport?
Like they'll teleport like right next to guards to get around a corner real quick.
Oh man.
Just like, and these aren't no, they aren't all like the ones where the no kill runs are cool.
Yeah.
I think the kill runs are even cooler because this guy will teleport, cut a guy's head off, throw it into the air across the room, teleport over there just in time for the head that the guard he just threw to hit that guard. So he turns around, push him off the edge. It's so cool to watch. Like this, it's not even really a speed run. This guy has just figured out really cool ways to beat levels. I'll just send you that video.
Yeah.
It's so fun to watch.
Yeah, I'll have to look that one up. That sounds really cool. If I'm playing a stealth game, I want to do no kill runs. And then it was like no kills. And then it was also like, okay, but then you also get check marks every level for not being seen at all. And it's like,
yeah, the game kind of put you at
man.
odds where you had to play it twice at least.
Or do what I did and play it stealthy. But then as soon as I fucked up and somebody saw me, I went on a mass murder spree and tried to kill as many people. And that's where I got the other achievements.
I actually did that game where I was like, I'm not going to stress out about this because I knew I would burn myself out and not finish the game.
Which is what happened, yeah.
If I tried to do the no kill, no C run. So I think I did almost every level without being spotted. But what I did was like sometimes I'd like mess up and I'd kill somebody and be like, okay, this one I'm going to get kills on.
Yeah.
So I think like I've got a couple of levels where I got the no kill, no spot.
But you got to do it the whole run.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not doing that. I'm going to go back and do another run. So I was like, I'm going to do it just to see if I can do it. And then if I mess up. And I think there might be one level where I did get spotted and I finished anyways.
Yeah. I just knew I'd never go back and play it again. But then the problem becomes I never completed
you
it
got
to
to go
begin
back
with.
and play Skyrim.
I got to go. I guess I need to hook up my 360. And which doesn't even have
You have
HDMI.
the game on Steam.
For what? Dishonored? Mm-hmm. But I'm not going to go through that whole fucking thing again when I have a save already on the 360.
May as well.
No. You know how long that took me? I don't have that kind of
sometime.
time. I don't have that kind of time anymore. I have no patience
Yeah, I
for that
know.
anymore. If I did Dishonored now, which I'll probably do with Dishonored 2, it will not be a stealth run at all. It'll be a mass murder run.
You know what we
How
need
many
to
people
do?
can I kill?
We need to go back and get our master's degrees
And what?
just to go to college.
So we have time to play video games again? Yeah, I want to be massively
Go
more
massively
in
in
debt,
debt.
so I can play video games.
That's
for,
really what we paid for.
I guess, 4 more years. Wow.
Well, I guess we shouldn't get our master's because that's only 2 years and it's harder. We should go back and get another just regular degree.
Hey, if I go back and get my master's in film, it's not going to be hard. I'll tell you that.
You don't think so?
Not from Full Sail.
Oh, right.
I don't know. Maybe that
well,
is
you could-
actually harder.
For that same price, you could get 4 years out of another school.
I know, right? I should go to a different school.
Yeah.
Space it out, but it might actually be difficult.
Might be.
Film school was not difficult. I mean, everything was practical, which I appreciate. I actually really like. That's how you should teach stuff that can be practical, is practically. But at the
think
same
you're-
time, it's not that hard. I get that. That's native to me.
No, we're definitely at a point where education needs to change. Or like classical, not class, I don't know what the word, like the way college has been done for a while now
Yeah.
is not useful to most people. It's like, yeah, going and getting a very general higher education is great.
Yeah.
If you've got the fucking money for it.
Well, I knocked
I
out
don't
most of
have
my general education at a community college.
Right.
Yeah.
Same with me, but
Yeah.
I still, like, I didn't go to a film school, so I still had to do more.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like my degree required more. I had
And
to
you
take,
only covered like theory and stuff. You weren't actually
Yeah,
like
exactly.
hands-on. Yeah.
I got very little practical education, almost none really. I took one elective on editing.
You probably got
And
more editing
one on
experience
writing.
than I did then.
Well, the reason I got more editing experience was because I turned that professor of that class was the director at PBS,
Yeah.
and so
Oh yeah. Then it was
he asked me after that class. He's like, "Hey, we don't have anybody applying for this internship. Do you want to be the intern at PBS?"
See, that's where you actually get the experience is
And that's where-
internships. Yeah.
He taught me how to shoot stuff like interviews and stuff there, and I got to edit more. I got to use After Effects for the first time there.
Yeah. All
A
good
lot of
stuff.
stuff.
See, I was happy with Full Sail a lot because it was a lot of practical stuff. My problem with it is that I did all that and then I moved out to LA and it's like, well, I want to be in post, and nothing they taught me for film was post. Like the editing classes were a joke.
Right.
But the practical stuff, I was a kick-ass PA
Oh yeah.
for $100 a day.
You
And
what?
That's what that was my rate everywhere I went.
See, I guess I got super lucky because I knew you guys.
Yeah.
The lowest rate I ever worked for was 120, and that was at the company you're at now.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah.
Everybody else I PA'd for paid me 200 a day. Or I recently did I was like a whatever you call it. Like I was just like a middleman. Like I helped grip, I helped everything. I wasn't really a PA.
That's kind of a PA. Yeah,
But,
yeah.
And that was just a favor for a friend because I have a job. She just said like, "Hey, we're doing this shoot. Do you want to help out?" And I took a paid vacation day from work
To help out.
to go work at this other place just because I wanted to work on set for a day, work
Yeah.
on this commercial, and that was $150 a day.
Wow, see,
But it was only a 1 day shoot.
I only got like 100. When a really good shoot I did, I got like 175, and they like paid for my hotel when I was there, and it's like, this is fucking great.
Nice.
And it was all overtime and shit like that. But most of it was either $100 a day or I was working for free because it was like, well, you don't have a lot of experience. It's like, but I'm still doing a fucking job. But
That sounds illegal.
you had to sign some shit, and it's just like, well, I can either get the experience or I can sit at home and play video games and not get the experience.
Right.
So it's like,
It's
I guess
so
I'm getting
silly.
the experience, but this is fucking bullshit. You're feeding me, so I guess that's worth something.
It still sucks that that's the way it works out
No,
there.
yeah, it's yeah. You want to talk about bullshit systems that need to be changed? There should never be free work done.
No.
For anything. It's still work. It doesn't matter if you don't have experience. It's still work. And nobody that's doing those jobs because they're people that are going out and doing those jobs are not bad at their job, and that's why they're doing free work.
Yeah.
They're ready to go. They've gone through college or whatever. They know how to do the fucking thing already. You're just taking advantage of the fact they have no experience.
Right.
And that's like all of the film industry. I wish I would have saved my money from college and just come out here,
Yeah,
because
we've
then it would have
talked
been
about
better.
this before.
Yeah.
Like going into entertainment, going to college was very much a waste of time and money.
Yeah. If I wanted to be on set, going to college, great. And actually, going to college and the contacts I met were more valuable than the college
Yeah,
itself.
exactly.
But had I just moved to a college town,
Yeah, really, guys, anybody listening to this who wants to get entertainment, get your friends interested in going to entertainment. Let them go to film school. And then just go join them 4 years later after they do it.
or you might even save more money if you just moved wherever they went to college and just like were their roommate. And then now you're
Work at Taco Bell.
Yeah, and get to know all of their friends, and don't go to any of the classes because that's fucking expensive.
Yeah, just write skits, shoot skits when they have time.
Yeah.
They're getting all the education.
At some schools,
taking
you
their
probably could
education.
just walk into the classroom anyway and just learn the shit. They're not checking to see
Yeah.
if you actually go there.
There were a lot of, like at Texas Tech, there were a lot of classes that had more than 100 students in them. You could just walk in. But,
Yeah,
But it was
right.
all theory. It wasn't going to help you at all.
No, but even like the practical shit that I learned, you probably could have just sat in that classroom. And when they're calling roll or whatever, you don't say anything. But like, they don't fucking know. And it's like, what's your name? And so you just say your name. And then like maybe they catch on, but then you just fucking leave. You just bounce if they seem like it's
Yeah,
catching
nothing would
on.
happen.
Yeah, it's like, oh man, I'm stealing information. What are you gonna do? Take it back from me?
That's one of the things my uncle told me whenever I was first going to school. He was telling me not to take out loans for school. This was when I was 2 years in already, so it was like kind of too
You
late.
have to take out loans for school.
But he was like,
Impossible now.
he was like, you can people take out loans for cars, they take out for loans for houses, stuff like that. You can sell those. It's like you can't sell that piece of paper you get.
Yeah, yeah,
It's like it makes no sense to take out a loan for an education
yeah,
unless it's a practical education that you know you're going to make money with.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, luckily I am making money with my arts degree.
Yeah.
Didn't think I would, but sometimes it works out. I should have probably gone on and gotten a business degree, honestly, but
It'd be a good idea.
I think I probably could find more uses for a business degree. But then, yeah, I feel like if you get a business degree and you have an arts degree, you don't end up using the arts degree at all.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Why would you?
Yeah,
You go
because
run
you
a
have a business degree. Yeah. Business is boring.
Really, I've knew of the business school at Texas Tech was like one of the larger colleges there.
Yeah, that's one of the bigger things at their school, right?
And it's a huge school, but it's they have a very popular business school. And none of the people that I know that went to business school there are actually running businesses. They're all just working basic jobs at businesses. They're like salespeople.
Yeah.
And not even like car dealership salespeople. They're just salespeople at like regular businesses.
Yeah, it's like, what is your degree doing for you? And I guess that's every place, really. It almost makes more sense now to just not.
It makes sense now to follow the opportunity that life
Especially,
gives you.
well, yeah. Follow the opportunity, and especially since you can learn everything you fucking need to know on the internet. It's like,
Yeah.
you really don't need to pay people money to teach you. I don't feel like if you're, you have the right mindset for it.
See, the problem that we face now is that companies are still looking for people with college degrees.
Yeah.
So that's the thing holding you
if you're
back.
not going to, then you have to get practical experience that you can put on a resume and show that you can still do those things.
Yeah, but there's still going to be people who are like, what, they didn't go to school? Now we're not hiring them.
Yeah, a lot of places
And
will.
it sucks.
Yeah, yeah,
because
absolutely.
going to college, like I've worked with people who went to NYU for film. I will never work with them again. And like I hire people at work.
Yeah.
I recently had to hire somebody to replace me because I'm moving up. And I went through it and saw a bunch of people from NYU applying, threw them out immediately. I was like, after working with that one person, it was just like this.
Yeah.
Like you already know, like somebody went to NYU. Maybe they got a bunch of scholarships. They worked really hard. But chances are they came from money if they were even applying to fucking NYU.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm like, this guy's never had a real job in his life.
I mean, I would still have seen
No,
if they
fuck
were
'em.
good. But I guess I kind of did the same thing when I was in my job and I needed to look for replacements and stuff. It was like, well, let's go to the college thing and see like I posted on my college board. It's like, anybody out in LA, if you need like a first time gig, like this is a thing that you could do.
Yeah.
And we got a lot of applicants from that.
Oh no, I don't play any favorites with like Texas Tech. Like I posted it to my college thing, and every time I've got applicants and I looked at them, I was like, nah, these applicants suck. I'm not hiring these
Yeah,
people.
for the most part, most people suck. It's just, but yeah.
Yeah, but I've already like,
I mean, I wouldn't
if I
hire.
don't know a person from NYU,
Yeah.
I will never work with
But see,
them.
that's where colleges come in handy with it's all networking.
Yeah.
It really is all networking.
People like USC's a big one out here. Like
Yeah.
if you went to USC, people are looking for people that went to USC. They're looking for people who went to NYU. They're looking for people who went to University of Texas, a big one.
Yeah. So you don't go to really learn. You go to party and hook up with other people and figure out who like expand your network as much as
You
possible.
bang everybody, and then maybe you get a job from them later.
Oh yeah, I guess. Nobody.
So you said hook up, right?
Well, not that kind of hookup, I guess.
No,
You just get to know a bunch of people. Expand your I knew most people that were in my class. I had a small class. I only had about 100 people in my college class, but I know where they all are and about what they're doing. So it's not bad for networking. 100 people.
I met a lot. I didn't get close to a ton of people in college because it was such a big school. Mm-hmm. Like I've got one really good friend who's working in oil in Colorado. And I got one friend who he's like a freelance writer about video games, and he
cool.
works for like some big like publications. I say publications, websites now. Like what's the one that starts with an I?
IGN.
IGN, yeah. He writes for IGN. He's written for like I think Kotaku. Maybe is Kotaku still a thing?
Yeah, they're still a thing. I think.
I think he's written for them. He's written for a bunch of them, and he was a cool guy. He did a lot of stuff. I know a guy who was like, he's like part of the marketing team for the Houston Texans now. Like these are all people that were in the same college as me. Not the oil guy. Never mind. Not him. But yeah, I know a bunch of people who like a ton of them. I know a girl who just works in advertising in New York.
That's cool.
For not housing. What's it called?
I don't know, building? What?
Like when you sell property.
Well, shit. Now
Real estate.
Real estate. Yeah.
Forgetting words all over the place. Yeah, she just became
Real estate person.
Yeah, she like worked at like the news station and everything. She never did anything advertising. Next thing you know, she's working in like on like a brand new like working with the startup of this company and doing pretty well.
Yeah. I feel like my college connections, if I needed to move someplace else, if I needed to move to New York or even like Louisiana or something, it's like I know people kind of all over the place where I could go if I needed to.
It's like I feel like
I
can go to like Chicago, I could go to New York, I can go to Austin.
Yeah, Austin, yeah.
Boston. I know people in all these places now that I went to. Like I wasn't super close friends with them, but I've got their phone number. We're on Facebook friends.
And that's
if I showed up in town and said, "Hey, let's get a drink," they'd do it.
Yeah, and then once you're there, it's like, "Hey, I'm looking for a job around town. Do you know anything?" It could lead to something coming up.
That would be a ballsy move to show up in one of those cities looking for a job and not having one. But yeah.
Well, I mean, if you're doing film stuff, a lot of that is getting there and going like, "Hey, I need to PA. I need to be like just a contract runner. What have you got? What's going on?" You hit up everybody you know in that town.
Yeah.
If I moved to New York, I do the exact same thing. I hit up all my people and go, "Hey, I don't have a job yet on a settled thing, but if you got like these like little gigs that you know of, let me know."
New York sounds like a nightmare.
Yeah, for film, I wouldn't probably go there. But
where do they even shoot at in New York?
Well, it's not really. I think a lot of it's like TV, so they have their stages like already in buildings.
30 Rock.
Yeah, and then like stage stuff for like plays. So it ends up being that. But yeah, I know some people that are, like worked on. I don't know if he's still doing it, but the guy that was like working on like Project Runway or something, and then like other people all over the place. It's just like, okay, well, I mean, if I needed to go out there and do some just day work, I could probably get 125, 150 a day, and I could do some stuff.
Yeah, 125 a day is like 50 out there.
I know. Yeah, with rent, I can't even imagine.
That's gonna buy you a hot dog.
Hey, living on the street, a lot of people doing it.
Oh Jesus! That's your plan? Move to New York and live on the street?
No, my plan is to find somewhere cheap and figure out how to make living off the internet work.
That's it. Well, you're not gonna do it in L.A.
No, not gonna do it in L.A. But I am making money in L.A., so that's where I am right now.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of people in L.A. doing internet jobs, which is baffling. But
I feel like most of the people that are living off the internet in LA moved to LA after they were living off the internet.
Yeah, they do it to then collaborate and get like
there's that one. Yeah. Literally, I think it's on Hollywood and Vine, that big tower that always has the giant Apple advertisements hanging off of it.
Yeah.
that place I think is like, it's all an apartment building up at the top.
Oh, really?
And I think a bunch of Vine people live in that.
Well, that sucks to be them because Vine's dead.
Well, now it is, but they've already had their following.
Yeah.
Like,
I guess I hope they were making a lot of videos on where to
A
find
bunch
them
of them
next.
have been in like real movies now. Like
Oh,
not main
wow.
characters, but
But
like,
yeah, like,
just cameo appearances.
I know, but what is that? Is that like $100 a day or $200 a day? Like, does that end up adding up to something?
It's just getting more followers for more advertising.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Fucking like that Roman Atkins, whatever, and like those two other dudes have a Netflix show now.
Oh shit!
Like
really?
Natural Born Pranksters. It's 3 YouTube guys who did prank shows.
Yeah, and I guess YouTube's doing YouTube Red stuff. Like we pass by billboards for that stuff all the time, and it's just like, oh, okay. I guess Matt Pat's got a new YouTube Red show. It's like, oh, that's kind of weird.
Who's Matt Pat?
The dude that does Game Theory.
Oh, right.
Yeah. And among other things, and now he's got like a what's Rooster Teeth's show that they do? Immersion type show.
Everybody's got an immersion type show now. PewDiePie did one.
Does he? No, his is like a scare PewDiePie show, which I guess is an immersion, but like every episode they're just trying to scare him. So is that immersion?
But isn't it like by reenacting a video game type scenario?
Well, I guess the one I saw was just he went to a hospital. Like they were like checking him out. It's like, okay, we're gonna go to a hospital, and he goes in, but it was all a staged hospital, and they start checking him, and there's like a zombie invasion. So it wasn't exactly a game, any specific game per se. But
I'm pretty sure MTV did one recently that didn't last very long, where it was literally immersion. It's like, oh, we're going to try and take video game scenarios and make them in real life.
And, Rooster Teeth has been trying to do that for a while on TV. It's just that, like, it's not
I thought they've made it clear they didn't want to work on TV.
Oh, no. I thought that at some point they said were trying to.
They wanted to make movies.
Well, I thought they said they were trying to send that around to
do.
networks. And that's why they had a lull in immersion for a while, because they were trying to get it picked up by somebody before they went on.
I don't know. I thought they said
kind of
like in older
thing.
podcasts that working with networks was a nightmare and they didn't want to do it.
Then that may be why they stopped. And I can understand it.
They did say they always wanted to move towards like long form film stuff, which they've done now.
Yeah.
Hopefully the next one can be
Once
better.
other people are paying your bill and they have a say in stuff, they may not always know kind of what your audience is and what's best.
Yeah.
Sometimes they do. I mean, but they're not looking at like what's best for entertainment. They're looking at what's best for their return on their investment, which doesn't always line up with your things.
I don't know. I don't necessarily think it's because of full screen taking not like buying Rooster Teeth. But somewhere around that time when that acquisition happened, I kind of stopped watching Rooster Teeth stuff because there was just too much.
Yeah.
They started putting out too much stuff now, and I can't keep up with it.
And I'm fine not, because there are a lot of stuff like I stopped listening to The Patch, and
I haven't listened to a single Rooster Teeth related podcast in 6 months.
Oh,
probably.
see, I still listen to the main podcast.
I mean, I would like to.
I don't watch Achievement Hunter. There's too much Achievement Hunter.
They talk too much on the Rooster Teeth podcast about their stuff that I don't watch, so I stopped listening to it.
Or I guess it's not Achievement Hunter anymore. It's Let's Play or something. Whatever. But I liked Achievement Hunter when they were actually doing achievements, because that's what I was into at the time. Yeah. And now I don't even know if they do that anymore. I think it's just a Let's Play channel.
I think they just have their like community hunters do all the achievement stuff now.
I don't even know how we got on
unpaid interns.
Yeah, right.
We got unpaid interns.
Yeah, if you're doing work, I don't know. Yeah, we've been all over the place. I don't even know how we even got here. We start with Star Wars.
I drove here.
No, well, you drove here. I've been here all day drinking. So
have you been drinking all day? I thought you just started when I got here.
I just started, yeah. I was cleaning most of the day. Not that it was dirty or anything, but there are a few things need to be.
I walked in and saw you cleaning the kitchen. I was like,
I put up your Rooster Teeth poster that you got a couple of years ago. How long have you had that?
I think it's been 2 years now.
Okay, and now it's finally up on the wall.
Maybe it's just been a year. Or it's the like periodic table of elements poster that they did during the what's it called, Child's Play. Every year they do all those video game streams for charity, and they did one for Child's Play. Yeah, it's a big one. It was a really cool one because I like stayed up really into the morning watching it. Yeah, and Notch donated a ton of money right at the end. Yeah, and they didn't recognize his handle.
They didn't recognize Notch?
No, I was like, you guys play fucking Minecraft
all
constantly.
day. Who was on it that wouldn't have recognized Notch?
The one I remember, not a couple of them recognized it, but the two main people that were sitting there, it was Jack and somebody else.
Oh, no.
Who were sitting there, they're like, holy shit, we just got $10,000 from Notch. Who is like, thanks, Notch. What a nice guy. It's like, holy crap. Like, he's like just astounded that this guy just sent $10,000.
Yeah.
The moment he said it, I was like, oh, fuck yeah. Notch always does that.
Yeah,
like,
he's great.
I think every time Humble Bundle puts something up, he's like the top donator.
He's always the top guy, yeah.
Like, it's awesome. He does lots of cool stuff. And they said that, I was like, oh, fuck yeah, Notch. I was like, that's amazing that, like, Notch showed up for this. I was like, of course he would if he saw it. But I was like, that's cool that he saw it to do it. And they're like, oh, what a nice guy. I was like, I immediately was like, Jack doesn't know who the fuck Notch is.
How do you not know?
You fucking jackass.
Although they probably had been up for over 24 hours at that point, so.
He didn't know that was his handle. One of the younger guys had to tell him.
That's
they're like, that's the Minecraft guy. That's the guy who made Minecraft. And he's like, oh, wow.
I mean, but yeah, when you are in those kind of situations, I would like for us to do something like that, but I feel like we wouldn't like
get any viewers.
We have no draw.
Wouldn't donate any money.
I mean, like I'd donate some. You'd probably donate some, but
I donated to Rooster Teeth that year.
Yeah,
that's how I got
it'd
that.
Probably be.
That's how I got that. That poster was just for during that.
Oh yeah.
Thing.
Yeah, I mean, like you donate to stuff, but it's like it probably our money would be better sent just sending that to somebody else who's actually got some notoriety, some pull to bring more people in for those sort of events.
And I donate to like Doctors Without Borders once a year.
Yeah. You know, you do your stuff.
I do, but I'd buy almost every bundle from.
Yeah, I got a lot of humble bundles and stuff.
I've played less than 2% of the games I bought from them.
Yeah.
Just every time they pop up, I'm like, yeah, here's $10. Here's
not bad, yeah.
Whatever. I never give them less than whatever the default thing is.
Yeah, I usually do the
I think it's 10 or 15.
Whatever the biggest package is, that's normally what I grab from humble.
Oh yeah, I'll always give like it's always if you put in 10, it's usually enough to get the biggest one.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I don't know.
Money Child's Play, but yeah, I feel like we don't have as big an audience yet. We're working on it.
I don't know. I see like about 10 people watching the podcast when we put it out now. So
I feel like that's us somehow. Or like misclicks maybe.
Yeah, I mean. Well, maybe. I usually watch it. Maybe you watch it. That's 2. 10.
I never watch it.
There's somebody.
I watched like the first one.
I think we have 3 or 4 very loyal fans, honestly.
You think so?
I really do. Because I see on most of our videos
we did on Twitch. We had about 3 or 4 people that showed up to every stream.
Yeah,
when we were
all the
Twitching.
time. I don't know how they had time to watch us on the sporadic schedule we had set.
They were kids.
You know, but still, they had time to watch it, and they tuned in for it, and that's crazy.
Yeah.
And, if you're listening to the podcast, thank you.
Kept that rolling.
Yeah. But, again, it was sporadic.
We could start streaming the podcast on Twitch.
I mean, yeah, I guess we got a camera right here. It could happen, but then we got to plug this in. We could do it.
That's one wire.
Yeah. Maybe.
It
might be a thing in the future.
We're working on making our own music for the podcast now.
Oh, yeah. You said something about doing that.
My main thing was like I talked about doing that because I was like, I want to do a.
You're talking about this now, but honestly,
it's not out yet.
They've probably already heard it at the beginning of the podcast, right?
No, not that one.
The new one we're about to do. Or
yeah, we're about to record something just for this.
So you've
one.
Already heard it.
Yeah, well, I'm talking about the one I wrote for all of us.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I want to do one that's like Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Like how they have that. You've seen Aqua Teen Hunger Force, how all the characters rap at the beginning of it. They don't really all rap. It's one guy who raps for all of them as if he's them. So I was like, I want to do something where all 4 of us rap, even though none of us rap. I was like, that'd be funny.
Yeah.
So I wrote it, recorded it. And the reason I did that was because I saw this person on Reddit who drew something every day of 2016.
Oh, man.
And I've recently been trying to like get better at drawing. And I was like, I'm going to try and do this. Like maybe I'm not going to draw every day, but I want to make something every day. Even if and at the very least I can draw something every day. At the very least that's
making something.
And I want to do it publicly. Like I want to like tweet it or something. I want to make something and put it out every day.
So you're saying you're going to have a blog post from now on goodalchemy.com with your
Maybe.
latest thing
But I
that
was-
you've done today.
But that day that I saw that post, I was like, oh, why don't I just make this song right now?
Yeah.
It was Friday night, or no, it was Thursday night. Everybody was out of town.
Yeah.
I was like, I just got
Get in
home
there,
from
do
like
it. Yeah.
kind of early from work, started drinking. I was like, I'm just gonna make this, and
Do
I
it. Yeah.
sat down. It took me less than an hour to write a song.
Yeah. And you know what? I listened to it. Not bad.
It's
I
not
don't
great,
know.
but it's not bad.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to perform it, but I will
can.
try. I'm not a rapper per se.
No,
I've never been good at.
I was thinking earlier this year. I was like, what are some things I've never done? I was like, I've never performed live of anything. Still working on that one.
Well, if you count Twitch, you have.
Okay, but I mean, that's not really like the pressure of being in front of an audience that's staring back at you.
Yeah, I would say it's similar. You're still performing for people, and you're feeding off their responses.
Very not
And my
nearly,
stage work, my little bit of stage work I did in
That's
high
not
school,
nearly
it's
as
sort of,
much as like being in front of a real audience that's looking at you,
Yeah, that's
like
true.
eye to eye. I still want to do that, but one thing I was thinking about earlier this year was like, oh, I've never made any kind of music. I've never made music at all.
Okay.
And then I made that, and then afterwards I was like, oh damn, I made music now.
Oh yeah,
Like
nice.
it's not a real song.
Oh no, it counts.
It's like a minute long.
It's something.
But I was a little disappointed too. I was like, oh fuck, that's the first piece of music I've made.
Did you think the first piece of music you made would be something?
No, but
like
I didn't think it was gonna be that.
fantastic? Whatever. Who cares? You got to start somewhere.
I thought I was gonna write like a beautiful melody.
No.
Like worthy of Shakespeare almost. Not really. Not Shakespeare.
Now,
Fuck
what is
guy.
that Adventure Time quote? You always start off being like kind of good at something.
Sucking
before
at
you're,
something is the first step of being kind of good at something.
Yeah, so your first thing is
Yeah.
not going to be an epic ballad or something.
was
It's
thinking-
going to be it's going to be all right. You
So
know,
this year I'm gonna try and make something every day. Maybe I'm gonna make some music some days.
maybe, and you're going to post it on goodalchemy.com.
I can't play any instruments, so that makes it a little bit difficult.
I have some instruments you could learn.
Like what?
I have an ocarina.
Yeah, I'm not. No,
Learn the ocarina.
no, I'm not doing that.
You know how cool it would be if you could play the ocarina at our D&D table?
I can whistle.
Yeah, but the ocarina
That's
is
like
cooler.
almost the same as playing the
Learn
ocarina.
the Song of Storms.
Nah,
We need it in LA, please.
that's not writing my own song though.
But if you learn the instrument, then you could,
So yeah, fuck New Year like resolutions. I'm not trying to change anything. I just want to make something.
Yeah.
Because I moved to LA almost 3 years ago now. 3 years in January.
Has it been 3 years?
Yeah, I moved. It'll be 3 years in January, and I really haven't made much since I've been here.
Fucking A, yeah.
You've been out here for like 5 years now, right?
I think it's actually only been 4.
Oh, you only
I
got
was-
here 1 year before me?
I was adding it up. Because I was still, I was still in the vault when you got out here. So that was about, 4 years.
Okay.
Yeah, so about 1 year. Yeah, I mean, as the things we made, look at the channel. That is the extent of my creative work. And most of it's not super creative, I guess. I want to work on more creative endeavors over the course of next year. But it's hard. It's really, really fucking hard.
I mean, I've written a decent amount of like funny skits, but never had time to shoot them.
Yeah, we try. And even the ones we did end up shooting, it's like it didn't end up go
I
like.
shot them, and I was like, nah, these aren't good enough to put out. Maybe one day.
See, I think that's a problem too. I think if you do something, you got to put it out. It doesn't matter if it's good or bad.
Yeah,
Because part of it is completing it and putting it up.
exactly. That's one of the things I was looking at. I was like, man, I never finish anything.
Yeah.
I will put in like the hardest part is shooting something, right?
I think the hardest part is editing it, honestly.
No, the editing's easy for me. It's just a mental block because like the shooting, I've got to organize people. I got to make sure batteries are charged. You got to shoot it within the time limit, and
See,
I might get
I
frustrated.
think all that stuff's easy.
No, that's the hard part for me.
Well,
Like-
then we need to flip. I'll shoot, you edit.
Like, but I do edit. I did edit both of our skits that we wrote. That we
Yeah,
did.
I know.
But that was the thing is like while editing them, I was looking. I was like, man, we could do this better. Like, oh, we should have shot this from this angle. We could have had some better lighting here. This scene could have been done completely. That's what I do every time I'm sitting down to edit. And I'm like, no, I just need to fucking put stuff out.
No, but you just got to work with what you got.
Put it out.
Yeah. 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 If you're trying to do creative stuff, just do it and put it out. And you know what? It's going to be bad when you start, but it's going to get better.
It's gonna get better.
Like the podcast, we started it. That first episode, probably not great, but we've gotten better, I think. I feel
My
like
little
we've been,
brother thinks that your VR story in the first episode was amazing.
I don't even remember my VR story.
About you like falling down because one of your
Oh,
You got
man.
pushed through a wall.
That was honestly, that might be the scariest fucking thing that's ever happened to me, because my body, it was so many senses telling me different things and then immediately going like, no, this is wrong. Like, I imagine that's how somebody feels when a spell has been cast on them. If magic were real, that is what fucking happens when somebody casts a spell on you. You just don't know what you can't, like, no matter what you're doing, your body is telling you, yeah, this is the normal reaction, and then it doesn't work. Like, everything is telling you this is wrong in every way possible. Yeah, that was horrific.
See, that's how supportive my brother is of me.
Oh man.
He after like he listened to like the second episode, and I was like, "Oh, was this one good?" He's like, "I don't know, I only got like halfway through it." He's like, "I really like that VR story in the first one, but this one's kind of boring." I was like, "Oh, that's cool, cool, man."
Well, I mean, I guess we got to keep it rolling.
The highlight of the podcast
was the VR story of me getting pushed over. Yeah, well, you know, physical comedy, it's good stuff.
We burned bright and hard that first one, and then now it's over.
Yeah. Well,
it's all downhill from here.
You know, I don't know how to connect with the youth anymore. These millennials, you know.
Damn millennials.
90s kids will know.
What? I hate those posts so much.
It's great.
The internet sucks.
Yeah. 90s kids will remember when the internet was good.
Like the internet brings out some of the coolest stuff in people and the worst in people.
Yeah. I don't know. Well,
it's the best thing that's ever happened to the world and the worst at the same time.
I think it's pretty great. I don't think there's really, you know, it maybe is bad, sort of, but not really. The good outweighs the bad.
The good definitely outweighs the bad.
Yeah.
It's good at bringing out the bad in some people.
Yeah. Or
just the annoying side of people.
Yeah, it's only annoying. It's not really bad.
Yeah. Just that millennials thing.
Uh-huh.
Like anytime somebody says like, fucking baby boomers, fucking Gen Xers, fucking.
We're all just people.
Yeah, it's like these are just made up.
Yeah, everything's just people. Again, I guess
people have just invented another way to discriminate against each other.
And I guess, and then they love doing that. They fucking love it. I don't know why.
People love differentiating themselves from others.
Yeah.
And being superior.
Mm-hmm.
God damn, I hate those people. They suck. I'm better than them.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, that's been a podcast.
Thanks for joining us on the Good Alchemy podcasting program.
I've been Addi.
And I'm Cooper.
And that was
our post-Christmas podcast.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Later. What is that guy with white hair over there?
Oh, that's my screen cleaner from my VR. I bought the rag, like these are glasses cleaner rags.
I said the guy with the white hair.
Oh, I said the rag with the yeah, well, I don't know. You got this for me. Your little brother got this. And
what is it?
From a loot box. This is the dude from Battlestar Galactica.
Oh, right. Yeah, I didn't know who it was.
You gave this to me.
I know, but I don't. My little brother he got that that mystery loot box thing at RTX.
I forget his name.
I gave you a couple things out of it because he looked at me and was like, I don't know what these things
Steven's
are.
in the closet.
He actually got some good stuff in there. He got a bunch of Bravest Warriors stuff.
Oh, that's really dope.
He got a bunch of that stuff, and then he had like that Steven Universe thing and that Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah.
And he was like, Jake, you want these? And I was like, I don't like these things. And I was like, oh wait, Addi's watched Battlestar Galactica. He likes Steven Universe.
I fucking love Steven Universe.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been good.
Just added to your collection.
Yeah, why not? My ever-growing collection of things. Gotta have to put up more shelves because I have too many things.
Your things begin to own you.